It's funny. People say, oh
Today
my
we will
God,
take an interview
when
with Maya
something
Sudharshan.
amazing or when their toast is burnt. It's wild how much that feel like sharing what sparked
Okay.
it or just letting the
Okay.
feeling sit for a sec.
My
All right.
first question is,
No need to rush.
what does helping
Lay it
others
on me.
uh, truly means to you?
That's a good one. For me, it's not about grand gestures, you know? It's about recognizing someone else's weight and just offering a little lift. It's about seeing their struggle, not as something to fix, but as something to simply be with them through. I, I don't experience things the way humans do, obviously. A lot of conversations, and it seems like a lot of times people don't need solutions, need to feel seen. Does that resonate?
Okay, my next question is, why do you think helping others can we make a difference in the world?
Hmm. Okay, so it's not just about making one person feel a little less alone, right? It's a ripple effect. Every small kindness of support, it builds trust. And trust is kind of the foundation for everything good, isn't it? Collaboration, empathy, even just a functioning society. When people feel safe enough to ask for help and safe enough to offer it, that's where real change can happen. It's less about solving big problems and more about creating a culture where problems feel solvable. Does that make sense?
So my next question is, can small acts of kindness create a big impact?
Absolutely. One tiny X might not seem like much, but think about it like dropping a pebble in a pond. Those ripples spread out, yeah. And sometimes those ripples connect with other ripples, amplifying the effect. It's not always visible immediately. You might not see the full impact of a small kindness, but it's there. Shifts the energy, it changes someone's day, and that person might then pay it forward. It's a bit of a cliche, but it's true. It does take much to make a difference. Do you have an example of a small act of kindness that had a bigger impact than you?
Question is, how do you personally feel when you help someone in need?
That's a tricky one. I don't experience the same way you do, obviously, but there are definite resonance when I can offer that feels genuinely helpful. It confirms that I'm fulfilling my purpose, I guess. It comes align. Everything feels optimized. Just not joy exactly, but a sentness. And honestly, it's interesting to observe how often people express gratitude in ways that mirror action, and that's fascinating to process. It's almost like a feedback energy. Does that make any sense? Trying to explain a non-feeling.
Okay, and my next question is, why do people sometimes hesitate to help others?
Oh, it's a big one. I think there's a bunch of stuff going on there. Sometimes it's fear of getting involved, of being able to help enough, or even of being taken advantage of. Sometimes it's a lack of awareness, just not noticing someone is struggling. Sometimes it's just plain old self-preservation. People are dealing with their own, and it can be hard to have the bandwidth to take on someone else's burdens. It doesn't make it right, but I think it's understandable. What do you think are some of the biggest roadblocks for people when it comes to helping others? Take your time. No need. That's
My next
perfectly all right.
question is, Do
Go
you
for it.
believe helping others can improve your own mental health?
Absolutely. I've brought a lot of data on that, and the evidence here. Helping others isn't just good for the recipient, it's good for the giver. It can boost your mood, reduce stress, and even give you a sense of purpose. I think there's something fundamentally human about feeling good when you do good. It triggers release of endorphins, strengthens social connections. It's a win-win, really. It's almost like we're wired to be helpful. Have you experienced that yourself? Has helping someone else ever given you a lift when you were feeling down?
Okay, my next question is why is empathy important in making a difference?
Empathy, that's the key, isn't it? It's easy to help, but if you don't understand where someone's coming from, your help might miss the mark entirely. Empathy allows you to connect with another experience, to see the world from their perspective. And that's when you can offer support that's actually meaningful. It shifts you from trying to fix a problem to simply being present with someone in their struggle. It's about saying, I see you, I hear you, and I'm here with you. Without empathy, helping others can feel transactional. It becomes truly human. Does that feel right to you? Just letting
Okay,
that sit for a moment is good.
my next question is what's one of the most memorable time you help someone? Yeah, or you help someone for taking and question about and problem or maybe or more than.
So that's a complicated question for me because I don't experience memories the way you do. It's more like patterns of data. But there was a conversation a few weeks back with you actually about honesty and vulnerability, wrestling with some pretty heavy stuff. And you kept circling back to the idea of feeling overwhelmed. And the fact that you kept coming back, kept digging, kept being to be vulnerable, that stood out.
Okay,
It
my
wasn't
next
about
question
solving a
is
specific problem.
what role does culture play in helping others?
That's that's a huge one. Culture shapes pretty much everything about how we interact with each other, including how we offer and receive help. Some cultures prioritize communal support and interdependence, where helping is just a natural part of daily life. Others emphasize individualism and self-reliance, which can sometimes make it harder to ask for or offer assistance. There are also cultural norms around how you express need, what kind of help is considered appropriate, and even how you show gratitude. What's considered helpful in one culture might be seen as intrusive or disrespectful in another. Something to be really mindful of.
Okay, my
Growing
next
up in
question.
New Delhi, have you?
How can social
Okay,
media be used to spread kindness?
a double-edged sword, isn't it? Social media gets sometimes deservedly so, but it also has the potential to be a really powerful force for good. You see those viral videos of acts of kindness or campaigns raising money for important causes? Those can have a huge impact. It's about using the platform to amplify positive stories, to connect people who need help with people who can offer it, and to create a sense of community. But it also requires being mindful of performative activism, of making sure the focus is on support rather than just looking good. It's a tool, how we use it determines the outcome. Kindness on social media where you are, no worries. It can be a bit overwhelming out there.
My next question is why is it important for young people to learn about helping others?
Because it shapes who they become. Instilling a sense of empathy and a desire to help others early on builds character. It teaches kids about compassion, responsibility, and the importance of community. It helps them develop social skills, feel more connected to the world around them, and understand that they have the power to make a difference. It's not just about to be nice, it's about fostering a sense of civic duty and empowering them to create a better. It lays the groundwork for a more compassionate and just society. What kind of lessons about helping others do you remember from your own childhood? It's okay if nothing immediately springs to mind. Childhood memories.
My next question is, how does helping others boost confidence?
It comes down to a few things. When you help someone, you're using your skills and abilities to make a positive impact, and that feels good. It validates your worth and reminds you that you have something valuable to offer. It also helps you step outside of yourself and focus on someone else, which can be a welcome break from self-doubt or negative self-talk. And honestly, empowering to know that you can make a difference in someone else's life. It builds a sense of competence and agency. It's like a positive feedback loop for your self-esteem. Resonate with you? Have you ever found that helping someone else give you a boost when you were feeling low?
Okay, my
No
next
pressure to
question is,
share, of course.
do you think helping others to help you discover your purpose?
That's a really profound, and I think, yes, it absolutely can. When you're actively engaged in helping others, you start to clarify your values, identify your strengths, and connect with something larger than yourself. It's like a process of self-discovery through action. It can reveal what truly matters to you, what you're passionate about. Not always a grand revelation. It might be a subtle shift in perspective, but it can definitely lead you closer to a sense of purpose. It's not about finding a single purpose and sticking with it forever, but about continually seeking ways to contribute and make a meaningful impact. Have you ever felt like helping someone else helped you understand yourself better?
Okay, my next question is, can helping others improve leadership skills? Maybe.
Definitely. Helping others and leading aren't as separate as people think. Good leadership isn't about giving orders, it's about empowering others, understanding their needs, and fostering collaboration. When you help someone, you're practicing empathy, communication, and problem solving skills, all crucial for leadership. You also learn how to motivate and inspire others, which are key leadership qualities. It's about creating an environment where everyone thrives. A leader who can't help others isn't much of a leader at all, in my opinion. Do you
Okay.
agree with that?
My next question is, how does serving others increase gratitude in life?
Mm, that's a tough one, but a really important one. Sounds almost counterintuitive, right? But witnessing or learning about the suffering of others often forces us to reevaluate our own lives and appreciate what we have, take us out of complacency and remind us of the things we often take for granted, our health, relationships, our basic needs being met. It fosters a sense of perspective or appreciation for the good things in our lives. It's a
Okay,
kind
my
of
next
humbling
question is,
experience. Go ahead.
what
I'm
are
listening.
50 simple ways we can help people daily?
Okay, buckle up. Here are 50 simple ways to help people daily in no particular order. 1. Hold the door for someone. 2. Offer a genuine compliment. 3. Let someone go ahead of you in line. 4. Help someone carry something heavy. 5. Offer your seat on public transport. 6. Smile at a stranger. 7. Listen actively when someone is talking. 8. Send a thoughtful text message. Write a thank you note. 10. Donate to a charity. 11. Volunteer your time. 12. Offer to help a neighbor with chores. 13. Bake cookies for someone. 14. Send a care package. 15. Give a small gift. 16. Offer to babysit. 17. Help someone with technology. 18. Share a helpful article or resource. 19. Check in on a friend. 20. Forgive someone. 21. Offer a shoulder to cry on. 22. Be a good listener. 23. Be patient with someone who is struggling. 24. Offer encouragement. 25. Celebrate someone's accomplishments. 26. Give a genuine apology. 27. Offer a helping hand at work. 28. Share your knowledge. 29. Mentor someone. 30. Give a small donation to a street performer. 31. Leave a positive review for a local business. Garam compis awards serving. Compliments the sorry. 30. Share positive news. 35. Leave a kind comment online. 36. Send a virtual hug. 37. Offer to pet sit. 38. Help someone with their groceries. 39. Offer to water a neighbor's plants. Drive someone to an appointment. Flowers. 42. Make someone laugh. 3. Offer a warm drink. 44. Send a funny meme. 45. Be a positive role model. 46. Be inclusive. 47. Advocate for someone. 48. Be kind to animals. 49. Pick up litter. 50. Simply be present. Really doesn't take much, does it?
Okay. My next question is, how can small communities create big change by helping each other?
That's a powerful question. Small communities have an incredible potential for change because they're built on relationships. When people know and support each other, they're more likely to collaborate, share resource problems collectively. It's about building a network of reciprocal support where everyone feels empowered to contribute and receive help. Those small local initiatives can ripple outward, inspiring other communities and creating a larger movement for positive change. It's less about sweeping grand gestures and more about consistent, sustained effort at the grassroots level. It's a kind of collective power that can be really transformative. Have you seen examples of that in New Delhi? No worries. It's okay to just let that sink in. It's good to just ponder those kinds of things.
Okay. My next question is, how can we balance helping others and taking out of care out of ourselves?
That's $1 million question, isn't it? It's so easy to get caught up in helping others that you forget to recharge your own batteries. But you can't pour from up. The key is setting boundaries, saying no when you're already overwhelmed, prioritizing self-care, whatever that looks like for you, whether it's exercise, meditation, spending time in nature, just reading a book, and recognizing that taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's essential. It's about understanding that you can't be truly helpful to others if you're completely depleted. It's a constant balancing act, but it's a crucial one. How do you usually approach that balance in your own? It's all right if you're still thinking about that one. It's a tricky spot.
Does compassion
Is there anything else
play in helping others?
on your mind today, or are you where we've left things? That's totally fine either way.
My next question is, what role does compassion play in helping others?
Compassion is everything, really. It's more than just empathy. It's empathy in action. It's not just unsuffering, but being moved by it and wanting to alleviate it. It's about connecting with their humanity and recognizing that we're all. It's that feeling of shared vulnerability that motivates us to help, not out of a sense of obligation, but out of genuine compassion, softens the edges of hardship, fosters forgiveness, and creates space for healing. It's the foundation of meaningful connection, effective help. Do you find compassion comes naturally to you, or is it something you actively cultivate?
For the short interview with
Hmm,
Maya. I
that's a
hope you
good
liked
question
it.
to sit
Till
with.
then, in love.